pretty much with C's and D's all over the place. I just told Alisha that I wasn't feeling right about school. She told me to pray, and I was pretty specific with my prayer. I ended up with a 3.5 that semester. The one that's crazy to me is the receiving gifts.
Pumping takes a lot out of you. I just got so tired. It was like you have to wake up every 2 hours basically to pump.
What kind of effect are you seeing the baby have on our relationship? There's been some arguments that have been a little heated, but... Welcome back to another episode of A Little Healing. And sorry we missed y'all last week. My family came into town to see little Genesis here. And yeah, they were pretty excited to see her. But that was pretty cool. So let's just get straight into it. We'll start off with our prayer from my beautiful wife, Alisha.
Okay. Lord, thank you for touching us and waking us up this morning. Thank you for just giving us another day and another opportunity to just live like you would have for us to live. We just ask that you help us to share the message that you would have for us to share, and that you continue to watch over us and bless us and keep us covered under your blood. We love you and we can't thank you enough for all the many blessings you've stored upon us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So now we're going to be reading our verse of the week. We're going to kind of change it up. We're just going to give y'all the verse of the week and y'all can take it, you interpret it. And today we're going to be reading 2 Kings chapter 20, verse 5.
This is getting mad. But go back and tell Hezekiah, the ruler of my people, this is what the Lord, the God of your father David, says. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. Yeah.
That kind of hits home for me, honestly. To take that how you want to take it.
But
yeah.
Kind of leads us into the next part.
Do you pray? How many times you pray a day?
How many times?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a set number, but I like to pray throughout the day. I try to pray when I first wake up in the morning before I grab my phone. I'm working on that because I don't want to just grab my phone first.
Yeah.
But
that's a bad habit a lot of people I know have.
I feel like everybody reaches for their phone first, especially like if your alarm's on it and then it's like you turn the alarm off and then bam, a bunch of notifications. But like, I don't know, I just try to pray then I'll like pray. Sometimes when like Genesis is sleeping, I'll pray over her, or like I'll pray over you sometimes when you're sleeping. It's just like, I just like to pray throughout the day.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm kind of a hypocrite low-key because, like, remember last episode how it was like if you pray every time you want something, you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
I do pray, but like it's like when I feel like not something I want materially, it's something I want spiritually. Like if I feel like my spirit's not there or not, I just pray to the Holy Spirit to like help me get back to where I need to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like that. I don't know if that's being a hypocrite or not, but I think I don't want a material thing. I kind of want more of a spiritual thing, you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like spiritual healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. But.
And then when you pray, you tell people like what you pray about, or you kind of just keep it to yourself?
Well, my mom always used to say like, the devil can hear your prayers too. So like, I try not to share my prayers with too many people, just because like, I don't know, you just never know people's true intentions. Not that you shouldn't like trust people, but at the same time, like, you don't want to be guarded, but you don't want to put everything out there. Like, you got to keep some things between you and God. And like, only He can help you with like most things. Well, really just all things, but you know, I feel like you don't need to share it with everybody.
Yeah, I feel like, I kind of feel that way too, because like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here, but yeah. But I also know like you got to be pretty specific when you pray too.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you like kind of make your prayers broad, I feel like it won't be like, not saying, it probably won't happen, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, like, when you do pray, you might not always get what you ask for.
But I feel like the more specific you get, the more specific you get, the better chance of an outcome it might happen, maybe. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah.
I feel like it's my experience with prayer. Like when you're not specific, it's like, oh, God answered what you asked. Like if you ask for good grades, you might get some B's, but you're not gonna get A's. You know,
Yeah.
like that's just like an example. That's not like specific.
Yeah, that kind of happened to me last semester because like I kind of was stuck with class and I was like pretty much with C's and D's all over the place. It was rough. Towards the middle of the semester, I just told Alicia that I wasn't feeling right about school. So then she just told me to pray, and I was pretty specific with my prayer. I ended up with a 3.5 that semester. I was so surprised. Like when you pray, when you're specific about what you pray for, you get what you get. You get what you ask for, and then sometimes even more, which is even more crazy. I was not expecting a 3.5 that semester, so all thanks to him.
Saying, I don't know. But that also makes me think of like people say like when you pray for things like you want to pray for growth. So like you want God to like better your life and better the people that you're around, or even like better your circumstance. That might not look like how you thought it would look. That might mean that like some of the friends that you have or some of the hobbies you have are removed from your life. And so you're gonna grow in the end because he'll take things away, but he'll give you better things in due time, like when you need them. But like for a period of time, you might feel like lonely, or you might feel just sad because, like I said, your circumstances are changing. But that doesn't mean that he's not gonna give you bigger and better. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. It just might not look like how you think it's gonna look.
Yeah. Well, we asked you guys on our Instagram. So if you haven't followed us on Instagram, you might as well do that. Link will be down in the description. But we asked how Alicia's postpartum experience is so far, and we got a couple questions from the viewers.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull those up. I don't know what she's dreaming about, but I hope it's good dreams. But here's some questions. Oh, you want to read them?
I'll read them.
All right, here we go.
The first question: did Alisha experience postpartum depression? Did you experience it?
That's a deep question, but I feel like yes, but it was for a short amount of time. Like there was just like when I was at home, I just feel like I don't really have the same schedule, and like I haven't been able to do a lot of the things that I enjoy because I was pregnant before. And so like having her gave me a purpose again. Like I couldn't play basketball, I can't work out. I'm only in like one class right now and it just started. So before I was just sad because I didn't have anything to do with my time. Like I went from always being busy to just doing nothing. And so when she was born, it kind of gave me a sense of purpose again. But then when like I appreciated everybody's help, like don't get me wrong. But like when everybody came and like they were able to do things for her, it kind of like put me in a place again where it's like, well, now I have nothing. And so there was like a weekend where I did feel like depressed and down, but I had to pray my way out of that one. And it was okay. I'm okay now. But yeah, it was really tough. Like it could have been bad, but
yeah. The next question is, what kind of effect are you seeing the baby have on your relationship, like on our relationship?
I don't think there's been a negative effect at all.
I think honestly, it's made us closer. Cause there's been some arguments that we've had that have been a little heated, but then like she starts like crying or something, we're like, oh wait, we have to take care of her. So we kind of got to get out of our own heads, you know. How are your Jeez, please. I can't speak right now. How are your hormones / mental health? Or is it like your hormones affecting your mental?
This one's kind of hard to answer, but I definitely think my hormones are kind of like all over the place right now. Like I do feel like I get moody sometimes, and then there are other things that my hormones have made me do. But I don't think it's been too bad. I am ready to get on birth control just so that can help balance everything out again.
Yeah. And last question, are you producing a lot of milk?
Oof. So At the beginning, I don't know if this is bad to say, but like, okay, when I had her, before I had her, like even during my pregnancy, like I've never had big boobs. But once I had her, it was like double D's instantly because like my boobs just filled up with so much milk. And then like the first week or two, I was producing so much and I was just pumping all the time. But then like pumping takes a lot out of you. And I just got so tired and then it was like you have to wake up every 2 hours basically to pump. And it's not like I can just sit anywhere and pump. Like I have to sit up, I have to make sure I'm eating enough, have a snack, have some water, you gotta be hydrated. And then like the pump plugs into the wall, so I have to be close enough to the wall for the pump it's just this whole process. And imagine doing that every 2 hours and you have to change the baby and then you have to feed her, make sure her bottles, yeah, it's a lot. And so I kind of pulled away from it, but then when you do that, then your supply changes. So
What it does?
yeah. So like if I don't pump every few hours or whatever, like right now I'm trying to do it at least 4 times a day where I pump for about 20 to 30 minutes and then that should be good for now. But you're supposed to pump like every 2 to 3 hours to like like the stash of the frozen milk we have. Mm-hmm. For me to keep adding milk, I have to pump every so often. Dang. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
And she be going through bottles too sometimes.
Oh my god!
Because like when we feed her, she gets she's up to 4 ounces now, which is even crazy, and she's a month old.
Yeah.
So she gets her 4 ounces, and sometimes she's satisfied and just goes straight to sleep, and sometimes she's dissatisfied and just starts wailing away. So then we gotta waste another bottle. She'll only drink like an ounce, and we can't leave it sitting down. We can't. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm listening to her. So she said we can't leave the bottles out for more than 2 hours.
After 2 hours, like, okay, once you warm a bottle, then say she doesn't finish it, after 2 hours, then the milk is just wasted. So once it's warm, you can't warm it again, and you can't refrigerate it again. And so you just leave it, and if she wants it within the next 2 hours, then you can give it back to her. But if not, you throw it away. So if she, say like those instances where she does drink her 4 ounces and she wants more, and we have to get another 4 ounce bottle, because we like pre-make the bottle, so when she's ready, we just warm it and go. But if she only drinks an ounce, then she has 2 hours to finish the other 3, or else the milk's just done. So
yeah, didn't she get like didn't you get like the hand? Now you got the hand pump, so now it's easier to.
I have a hand pump, so like when we're in the car and stuff, I can pump because I'll even leak. Like it's the worst. Like when you're sitting in the car and you could just feel like milk dripping down or like your shirt getting wet. So uncomfortable. I hate it. So now I have like the little hand pump, and it's cool. Pumping kind of hurts, but it's not as bad as breastfeeding. Breastfeeding hurt so bad. It felt like she was like biting me. I don't even know. It was just bad. But yeah, she couldn't latch on anymore after my boobs filled up though. So we just pump in, give her the bottle.
We just came from her 1 month appointment too. Mm-hmm. So she is now 8 pounds, 10 ounces, 21.5 inches. It doesn't seem like she's 21.5 inches, but it's kind of hard to measure babies because they're always still like curled up, and like when we try to stretch her legs out, she starts fussing and getting angry, frustrated. So it's hard, and you don't want to hurt her to try to like stretch her leg out, so it's like a lose-lose situation at that point. But yeah, she's growing, she's getting bigger, she's got a lot of hair on her. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The thing is though, like I thought she'd be bigger than she actually is, like based on us and how tall we are. She's in like I want to say for weight, she's in the 20-something percentile, and then for her height, she's in the 60s. Which is crazy to me because like I was always in the 99.
I was small, so I think I might have been average, but I was small when I first got to high school. Then I just hit a growth spurt. My knees are like old man knees, crackling.
Yeah, but she's pretty small for what I expected.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your love language? Cause I got the list of love languages right here that I'm gonna read to you. So
I know my love language. I know your love language too.
I'm gonna guess.
My love language?
I probably know, but I don't know. Quality time.
Yeah.
What's mine?
Yours is words of affirmation and physical touch.
Both? You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Before I just thought physical touch, but definitely words of affirmation as well.
The one that's crazy to me is the receiving gifts. I don't know how you could be one of those.
I mean, people like when you think gifts, it doesn't have to be like a car or anything. It could be like, no, that's more affection. That's like physical touch. But like flowers or something, like that's receiving gifts.
I guess, but I mean, like, because isn't acts of service the complete opposite, basically giving? Is there like
acts of service is like somebody doing stuff for you. So like if you were to like when you take the trash out, like, oh, thanks for taking the trash out.
What's the difference between receiving gifts and acts of service then?
Well, you taking the trash out isn't a gift to me.
Okay, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do like being physically touched.
Okay.
And I like when you compliment me.
I know.
Yours are words of affirmations. You just don't.
I don't
you
like
just
being complimented because
Actually,
I feel like
doesn't.
people are not. They're not genuine.
She don't even like when I compliment her. You know that? Like, and I'm her husband.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't like it. It bothers me. I don't know. It just doesn't feel genuine.
Yeah, she's a family woman. She loves quality time.
I like watching movies, and I like just sit. Sometimes I just want to sit and just exist in the same room.
Yeah, I like sitting and existing. I got to get over the movies part because I'm not really a big movie watcher.
Yeah, never wants to watch movies with me. But
I watch TV shows, but movies, I don't know. Because, you know what's even more crazy though? She can predict anything that happens in a movie, which makes me kind of angry and upset. And she's seen every movie. That's why I don't want to watch movies with her, because I want to watch something we have not watched before.
Well, me and my sisters always watch movies.
Yeah. That you've watched 20 billion
thing.
times.
That's our thing. Quality time. That's how we spend time together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's funny. I didn't know you felt that way, but
yeah, because I don't like watching the same movie unless it's like something I actually really want to watch and I haven't watched in a while.
And I'll watch the same movie over and over and over.
Yeah, which is crazy. Anyway. So this week's game, we're gonna be playing the draft. We're gonna be drafting.
Oh, anyway.
So we're gonna be drafting our favorite 2000 show from when we were younger. So, ladies first with the first pick. You got it.
With my first pick.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna draft 5. Starting 5.
Hard.
Our starting 5 for 2000s.
While I was doing my research, I was struggling because I have a list of like over 10 shows and I love all of them. So I don't even know which one to pick first, but I'm just gonna say Kim Possible. Just for
With the first pick.
Yeah, I love that.
The fans
show.
are booing you in the student section.
No.
They're all booing.
The fans aren't booing me.
Yeah, they are.
No,
I hear them.
Okay.
You hear them?
Yours.
Alright, anyways, with my first pick, I'm going with SpongeBob. That's a classic.
Okay.
That's like the number 1 pick. That's a classic. Come on.
Okay, but the thing is, SpongeBob came out in the 19...
That's still a 2000 show, though.
No, it's not, because it's the 1990s, so it's not the 2000s. But I'll let you have it. That's a great pick.
I'm talking about when we were younger, and they came out with new episodes in the 2000s.
I know they did, but it came out in the 1990s. But it's okay. I'll let you have it.
Oh, whatever. All right.
With the second pick.
What's your second pick?
I'm going Codename Kids Next Door.
Ooh, that's a good one. I remember that. I love that show. You're going with the underrated draft, huh?
I love these shows.
You're going with the underrated team. With my second pick, I'm going to go with Phineas and Ferb. I love Phineas and Ferb. I used to get up every day at like 5:45. But Phineas and Ferb,
That's a good one.
They have a good... What were they on? I forgot. Disney Channel? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on Disney Channel.
Okay.
Yeah, they're underrated.
This next one isn't so much like a kid's show, but it's a good show. It came out in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Boondocks.
The Boondocks? You used to watch the Boondocks? I wasn't allowed to watch
I wasn't allowed to watch it either.
When did you watch it?
I watched it when I got to like high school.
The Boondocks, though, is a classic, even though it's... Yeah, that is a 2000 show, but still, yeah, the Boondocks.
That's a good one. You gotta give them right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. With my third pick, I'm gonna go Fairly Odd Parents.
That was good.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah, they're just a very underrated show.
We're fourth pick now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For my fourth pick, I'm going That's So Raven.
Oh, I forgot about that show.
Mm-hmm.
Even like, I've watched it, but I never really watched it, but I watched it.
You're funny.
They show with my fourth pick, I'm gonna go with Jimmy Neutron.
You can have that one.
I used to love Jimmy. You don't like Jimmy Neutron? You never liked Jimmy Neutron?
I like the
That
show.
kind of offends me.
I like the
No,
show, but
That offends me.
well, it wasn't a terrible show. But like if I saw it, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, Jimmy Neutron's on it. No.
Now you made me kind of regret it because I got two more on here that I didn't choose from. Now I got a hard fifth pick. Oh gosh.
I have so many left, and I just want to say them all.
Can we get a review? Can we give a review? Can I change my fourth pick?
It depends on how good it is.
It's gonna be good. Anyone? Yeah. You change the pick. You change the pick. Can I? It's approved. They approved it. I'm changing mine to Drake and Josh. I like Drake and Josh.
You can have Drake and Josh.
I like Drake and
You
Josh.
can have Drake and Josh.
I like it.
I wasn't a fan.
How?
Wasn't a fan.
No, I know why. All right, go with your fifth pick.
Why?
Go with your fifth pick.
I'm stuck. I have so many.
What's your final pick?
I'm just gonna go Danny Phantom. We didn't like that show, did you?
It was alright. I mean, it wasn't my first choice that I had to choose, but it's a good show. It's a good show. A lot of people liked it. One of my friends looked like Danny Phantom. It's kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah. But with my fifth pick, I'm gonna go Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I like that show.
I kind of preferred On Deck, but
I mean, it's basically the same thing, but
no, you're in the middle of the ocean compared to in a hotel lobby.
you're right, honestly. Yeah, but still, I like this way. I like Zack and Cody, honestly, just in general, you know.
No, you already said.
I know, but no, I'm sticking with that.
Yeah.
The Sweet Life of Zack and
Okay.
Cody.
Anyway,
I'm sticking with that.
you went like all Disney Channel shows.
I know. I think I did mainly watch Disney Channel or Nick.
Yeah.
It was either Disney or Nick. I wasn't really a big Cartoon Network fan, like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Really? That's a great show.
I despised that show
Why?
because it was just
That show was good.
dumb. I didn't like it.
Why?
I didn't like it. I don't know. I just never liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you have it on all the time, but I just
I
never
do,
liked
I watch-
it. Like
I
it's never
watch
my.
all the
It'll be
shows.
like the last thing I'll put on. You know.
I guess. Well, I just want to read my other ones.
All right.
So the ones that I didn't pick from, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends,
You still watch that?
Samurai Jack.
Ew.
You didn't like that show?
No.
Okay, whatever. The Proud Family, Wizards of Waverly Place, and then Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Do you remember that show?
I don't think I watched it.
Yeah. So those were my picks.
I had iCarly.
Mm.
So let's talk about our first date.
Okay. So downtown Denver, we went there and we went to Hop Dottie. If you've never been there,
That's an amazing burger
Yeah,
spot.
it is.
Amazing. It's right next to Rocky Stadium. I know that because it's like right next to it.
Yeah, you
We rode
station.
scooters. We rode.
Yeah,
where
we
did,
did.
didn't we park next to that? I thought it was a strip club. But I don't think it was a strip club.
I don't remember a strip club, but
It was a restaurant with like music and stuff. I remember that.
yeah, we parked like on the other side of downtown and rode the scooters to the place. And then I remember we ate and stuff. And then after that, we tried to go back on the scooters, but I didn't have any money.
I used it. I had it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I
I
had
had spent like $100 that day on my credit card. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was an expensive little trip, but it was so much fun. I remember
was,
like
yeah.
singing Bruno Mars on the way down and on the way back too. I think.
Yeah, we had it. That's how I knew.
Okay.
What?
Anyway,
That's mean.
it's not me.
You see how mean she is to me,
I'm
guys.
not mean
huh?
to him. I'm not mean to him.
Ooh, I'm not mean.
See,
Sorry.
exactly. But anyway,
I remember, and then we went to her parents' house after.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, cause it would have been what, the second or third time I met him.
I think
'Cause I
it was,
remember-
like
yeah.
second.
Yeah,
But,
because yeah, so it was. Then they were showing me pictures of her when she was younger.
embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
That wasn't embarrassing. Yeah, then we drove back from there.
Mhm.
But yeah, we went to Hop
A
Daddy,
good time.
rode scooters. It was kind of cold that day too.
It was, yeah.
And then, yeah, because it was hot at first, and then it got cold towards the night, and then we were just freezing, riding them scooters back. It was a little bit dark, too, in some areas.
I was kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
And that scooter was fast. That's all I remember. And their sidewalk was kind of bumpy. And I was about to fly off with this scooter.
Didn't we ride? Well, we didn't ride it on the street. I thought we did.
No, not me. I know I didn't ride in the street. But
Yeah, it was a good time, though. I remember that.
we've came a long ways. Even though it's only been 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Not
Actually,
even.
no, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Since the date, but not since.
Since we started dating.
Yeah, we haven't even been dating for 2 years. That's ridiculous.
It's actually coming up, though, in like, what, next
the
month?
23rd.
23rd of this month. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that wraps up episode 3. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're listening to this on the audio version, leave a review, please. It will really help us, and share it to people that, want to listen to us and what we got to say.
Thanks for tuning in.